The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has implemented a state of emergency in a bid to tackle the spread of COVID-19 coronavirus in the country. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris made this announcement in a national address on Saturday morning.
All citizens and residents will be subject to a curfew between the hours of 7 p.m. and 5 a.m. each day for the next 14 days. This is part of our scaled-up response to contain COVID-19 and minimize harm to our people. The emergency powers COVID-19 regulations provide for every person to remain confined to their place of residence, inclusive of their yard space, to avoid contact outside of their family, except in stipulated circumstances, for example, essential travel to the doctor, to the grocery store, the bank, the credit union, money services, business, pharmacy, or to refuel their vehicles. The regulations provide for the closure of non-essential businesses and regulate the hours of opening for essential services. Specifically, Section 5 enumerates the businesses which can open and their hours of business.
The Prime Minister gave details of what this state of emergency entails.
Wholesale or retail grocery stores, commercial bakeries, or fruit and vegetable vendors shall open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The regulations further stipulate that for the first 2 hours of shopping, seniors, disabled persons, and essential workers with identification shall be granted priority. Doctors' offices, hospitals and medical facilities, pharmacies and medical establishments, gas stations shall open from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Hardware stores shall open from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Hotels, excluding any casinos, spas, gyms, discotheques, and restaurants therein. However, such restaurants may offer takeaway or room service. Banks, credit unions, and money service businesses shall open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Mondays to Thursdays, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Fridays. Commercial ports and related businesses between 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., subject to any variation by the Ports Authority. Airports, subject to Regulation 10. Commercial courier flights, businesses licensed to provide security guard services, takeaway food vendors shall open from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. The National Caribbean Insurance Company or health insurance companies and such other businesses or undertakings as may be specifically exempted in writing by the Commissioner of Police. As part of the stepped-up response, we have imposed social and physical distancing protocols as part of our plan to protect you. Businesses will be required to observe a physical distance of 6 feet between its customers in and outside of their businesses. With respect to the public service, all essential workers must report to work. The Secretary of Cabinet will determine any other category required to report for duty.
Prime Minister Harris also disclosed that there will be some restrictions to public transportation during this state of emergency. Dr. Harris said the cabinet remains concerned about allegations that persons are not faithfully complying with the quarantine restrictions. As such, strong penalties would be meted out to persons in breach of this, including fines of up to $5,000 or a term of imprisonment. The Prime Minister emphasized that these strong measures are for 14 days in the first instance, after which the situation would be evaluated and adapted as necessary. He also called on the nation to observe a National Day of Prayer on Sunday, March 29th. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.